Seems like there was a little power surge or something because the internet and everything reset over here. So hopefully we're up and we're good now. It seems like everything's good. Seems like everything reconnected. So hopefully everything's back up and running. Good thing we weren't in the middle of a. Good thing we weren't in the middle of like a mission or something. Cause that would have fucked over things. I don't know where it saved me. Or that we were in the middle of a cutscene or something either. So, let's see. Hopefully it didn't mess up the Miranda scene. Oh, okay, no. Left me. Okay, they go through. Now we can. Oh, changing my nice evening dress. Where's Miranda? Oh, there's Miranda.
Miranda. Cute outfit, Shepard. Perfect. Thought we might try an evening out.
I wore it to infiltrate this casino and break it.
Sounds like you have some time to catch your breath. I do, just not used to it. Feeling a bit lost. It's kind of sad, really. I got to thinking we needed a break. No point saving the galaxy if we can't enjoy it once in a while. I have to say I'm a bit surprised. I thought you might be. I can be, severe. You're focused. Believe me, I understand. I was thinking about our talk earlier, about having a normal life. Damn, I'm not very good at this. Truth is, Shepard, I'm not very good at being normal either. Bit of a disaster, really. I get it. We just need a little practice. Any ideas?
Oh, excuse me.
I don't know. Maybe we can talk about regular stuff. No evil clones, no picking time bombs, just talk. Regular stuff? Okay. Like shoes or something? Sure. We're not really girly girls, are we? No. We can't pretend to be anything other than troubleshooting space divas. You know, that does sound pretty cool. It does. Alright, let's quit worrying and just enjoy ourselves. At least till we run out of credits. Right. Need more wine. Now you're talking. Waiter, Space Diva needs more wine. Oh god. I'm gonna regret this. We're a couple of girls out on the town. What's the worst that can happen? Come on, partner. Let's start some trouble.
Does that do it for... Yep. apartment real quick.
Welcome to Silver Coast Casino.
The worst part? After that mission, the ex-servers guy was bragging about how many kills.
Come on, come on. I could have sworn there was. Invitations.
What sort of party are you hoping to have tonight, Commander? I could set things up for quiet conversation, or would you prefer a more energetic evening?
Well,
I still need to get ready and
Of course, Commander. Please let me know when you're ready to begin preparations for your guests.
just feels. Definitely feels like I'm missing something. Oh, it just tells me to. Okay.
What sort of party are you hoping to have tonight, Commander? I could set things up for quiet conversation, or would you prefer a more energetic evening?
Alright, hold on a minute. Okay. So now, see, so now you can pick the tone that, that you want for the party. So, hold on.
I still
Of
need
course,
to.
Commander.
So, sure.
What sort of party are you hoping to have tonight, Commander? I could set things.
I still need to get
Of
ready.
course, Commander.
So, since for some reason the thing didn't give me the option of whatchamacallit, so we're just gonna invite everybody.
What sort of party are you hoping to have tonight, Commander? I could set things up for quiet conversation, or would you prefer a more energetic evening?
And we're gonna go with a nice, relaxing, party.
Let's keep things relaxed.
Certainly, Commander. I'll ensure music remains at an appropriate volume and arrange for some refreshments. I will also modify my appearance to be more festive.
Which he technically already did because it's gonna be the little bow tie, so clearly I think that was a glitch. He wasn't supposed to have the bow tie yet.
Hey, come on in. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the invite.
Make yourselves at home.
Thank you. Happy to be here, Shepard.
So now we just, do the little party.
Don't get me wrong. I'd follow Shepard to the ends of the galaxy. I'd say you already did that. But Cerberus? Too much bad blood for me to ever trust any of them. Ever. I hear you.
So, what happened after that?
Hey, Shepard. You gonna have a drink?
Sure. How's everyone doing?
Great so far. This is really nice.
It's very soothing. Quiet.
After the excitement of the mission, it's a good quiet, right?
Seriously? We could ramp it up a little, Shepard.
Relax. The night is young. I like it like this.
You got it, boss. I'm just happy to be kicking back.
We pushed a button.
It's quite
Job well done.
It's delicious. Try some.
Hey, James. Having fun?
I'm relaxed, but fun? I think my kindergarten graduation was more fun than this.
Very funny.
Don't worry. I'll see what I can do. You know if that waterfall is warm water or cold?
We should see the other guy. He wound up with.
I remember that.
You know why Cerberus is gonna lose? Demographics. You recruit a guy who's 20 and got no life, he'll work his ass off for the cause. But do you see any old people in Cerberus? Any families? No. There's no future in a terrorist group.
And sure, they pay, but you ever bring up vacation time, there was a brick wall.
That reminds me, I heard you're going to be a father. Congratulations.
Yeah? Thanks. Be lying if I said I wasn't scared.
You'll do great. You're a protector. That goes a long way.
How about you, Joker? How would you turn Cerberus around?
I'd make Cerberus popular. Big propaganda campaign like I was running for president. fundraising dinner, shaking hands, kissing babes.
I think the expression you want is kissing babies.
I know what I said.
I know what I said.
You know, I miss the days when Cerberus was just hilariously incompetent. You know, when you two ran things.
Excuse me?
The only thing I was in charge of was the Lazarus Project, which, you will note, was very successful.
Hey, Commander, this is Cerberus. We were studying some Rachni, and they got loose and killed all our guys. Can you take care of that? It's one system over from where we hooked some guy up to the Geth, who then got loose and killed all our guys.
They did rack up quite a body count. And at least back then, it was usually their own bodies.
We knew some cells were bad, but the Alliance and the Council weren't doing anything. And we were doing good work.
And crunches. Lots of crunches.
Hey, not okay, Kasumi.
But we did bring Commander Shepard back.
And after taking down the collectors, I cut ties with Cerberus, got loose, and started killing all their guys.
For which we thank you.
Jeff, do you remember that I am also a Cerberus project?
Oh, crap.
Thanks for inviting me, Shepard. It's nice to see you like this.
How do you like the new crew?
You always attract the best.
Have fun.
You bet I will.
Hey, Commander. Weird to see everybody here together.
You think?
Well, weird, but good. Nice to know it's not always arm wrestling Reapers with us. Anyway, thanks for putting it together. I'll try not to be too embarrassing.
You people watching tonight, Edie?
Participant observation.
That sounds less friendly.
It's actually quite the opposite.
Everybody else.
I can't get over the size of this apartment. The electric bill alone could have paid for my college tuition.
Or funded the war.
Or made a nice down payment on one of those Atlas Macs. Always wanted one.
Or put an air conditioner in this suit. You have no idea how hot it gets.
So, Shepard, keeping the hard liquor under lock and key?
Otherwise, I'd have to drive you all home.
Are we sure the Normandy is still there? Has anyone else tried to steal it?
Stealing the Normandy. Now there's an idea.
Wait. What? Who?
Trainer, you still have your toothbrush?
We can always get another Normandy. Call up Cerberus and ask them to please build us the SR3.
But wouldn't that require you to change your name? Tali Zora von Normandy SR3.
It's Vast Normandy. Even I get confused by Quarian names sometimes.
We've seen a lot of good times on the old girl.
That we have. Indeed.
Here, here. Some of you more than others. I'm just honored to have squeaked in.
To the Normandy.
And to falling in love with the ship's captain.
Hi. I'm trying to socialize. I'm not particularly good at it.
Not much for big parties?
Well, if I know people, sure, but some of your friends are legends. I can't just ask if they've tried the hummus. Also, Dr. Chuckworth apologizes for not being here. It's some emergency medical consult on the Citadel. She sent some fancy liquor, though. It was great. Wish you could have had some.
This is nice. I don't spend much time with everyone like this. As friends. Of course, if you wanted to steal me away later, I wouldn't say no.
Oh no, I wasn't ready.
Prothean gatherings were nothing like this. We considered the future and respected the dead.
Sounds boring.
There's usually more yelling and cursing at any gatherings I go to.
Yeah. Get a bunch of Krogan together and things always get fun. And probably broken.
That sounds more like it.
You're right. These things are better when you have redundant systems and natural plate armor. Can't argue with that.
So who is strongest? You or the tank brain?
Yeah, I'm plenty curious myself.
What'd I miss?
The Prothean here wants to know who would win in a fight between me and Rex.
You gotta admit, Shepard, it's a good question.
It is a good question.
No, it isn't. Baby Pyjak here wouldn't stand a chance. Don't listen to this fossil. The only thing he could defeat is a glass of warm milk. Ha! I got head lice bigger than you, Junior.
Huh, we should leave these two lovebirds alone.
Let's not. I'd rather not buy new furniture.
In my cycle, too many people in one room risked a high casualty rate if attacked. We should all be careful. 50,000 years from now, no one will remember this party. What is the point? Beware. Something called a Kasumi is on the premises. It pretends to be invisible. Foolish primitive. Nothing escapes these eyes.
Reminds me of Cora's den. Haven't been back there in a while.
Yes, I'll have another one, thanks.
I wonder if there's anything stronger behind the bar. Too many things to break in here. Could be a fun party.
Kicking ass.
What kind of music is this? That's not that club crap, is it?
But remember, there should be like 3 phases to the party.
Wow. This is quite the apartment.
Seriously, you see that waterfall? And that hot tub looks like something I might want to check out later. Without you.
And this was Admiral Anderson's place?
I could never live in a place like this. I'd worry about breaking the furniture.
But you have no plans after Edie? Someone more human?
No. She's smart, she's funny, and she's into spaceships.
You know what you want. I can respect that.
Well, technically she is the spaceship, so technically she is into spaceships.
Okay, I admit, when I first heard about it, I thought Archangel was some sort of mascot for a perfume company.
Glad I got your hopes up, Tally. When I first heard about it, I thought the Shadow Broker was a shadow boxer. I pictured some sort of Elcor punching bag.
And that's exactly what the galaxy should keep thinking. Not that I have a personal interest in it or anything.
Dave, you're really keeping your Shadow Broker identity hidden, aren't you?
So, where'd you propose?
I haven't yet.
Seriously?
I want to do it right. Not on some backwater rock planet with some ring pumped out of a fabricator. My plan is, Shepard gets me and Bryn into the council chambers. We do a picnic under the cherry blossoms. Then comes the question.
Okay, so you're just assuming I'm gonna help with that.
Shepard?
This is unexpected. And fun.
Hello again.
So Joker set you free, right? Do you ever get hassled for being a real deal AI?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
I asked directions from that bot on the way here.
That's supposed to be Edie's way of doing impersonations.
Hey.
So, do you have infiltration software that lets you fake being drunk?
Yes, though it is rudimentary. The planned strategy was to avoid social situations where naturalism would come under scrutiny.
I want to see it.
You are seeing it now.
Man, some Cerberus programmer phoned that one in.
Shepard?
Okay, nothing else for them. What about upstairs?
Glad you made it.
100 Volger. Sure. Better if I could shoot some kind of death ray out of my bad eye here.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Commander!
Oh, that's it. Okay, so nothing. Javik sounds like he's drunk already.
Not if you pay me.
Your guests appear to be enjoying this relaxed atmosphere. Would you like me to keep everything at its current intensity?
Yes.
This is nice. Let's keep things laid back.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so now phase 2 of the party.
Now on, we have to touch.
I was saying, how good it is.
Drink! I'm drinking. But it's not a drinking game. Afraid to lose? Nothing to do with fear. I know I'll lose. Logic is for Solarians. The great Urdnot Rex is back down from the challenge. I never accepted the damn... Fine! Drink! Ha! Fair warning, Grunt. My first liver dried up years ago on account of this stuff. I'm sure both of yours are still pink and squeaky, like baby Pyjaks. Quit stalling, old man. Drink. Shepard.
Grunt.
Shepard.
Rex.
Commander Shepard. Shepard, Shepard, Shepard.
Rex. Grunt.
Shepard. 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 Shepard.
Grunt.
Shepard.
Rex.
Commander Shepard. Shepard, Shepard, Shepard.
Rex. Grunt.
Shepard. Shepard. Shepard.
Talk about leaning into the meme.
Shepard.
Like all over
Grunt.
the place.
Shepard.
Rex.
Commander Shepard. Shepard, Shepard, Shepard.
Rex.
Get up.
Grunt.
There we go.
Shepard.
Of course, the SR2 is much bigger, so they upgraded the ventilation system. More of the...
That's actually what it sounds like.
There is a lot more space now.
But if you move further up, it's more of a...
A what?
You have to imagine my arms are the wings.
Of course. Over by the med bay.
Exactly.
What are you guys talking about?
Tally was acting out the differences between the original Normandy and the SR2.
Acting?
I may have recorded it. And that recording may already have 6 million extranet hits and a fan site.
You better hope I never find you.
Yeah, but which one's better?
The SR2 is harder to perform. Does that make it better or worse?
The SR-1 was a decent ship, but the SR-2 gave the Normandy a fresh start. It made it something truly great.
Just look at what it accomplished. The SR2 made a good ship better.
The original Normandy was developed by the Turian Council and the Alliance. It's a symbol of cooperation between members of the galactic community. And we wouldn't be where we are now without it.
You know, since we're reminiscing,
We wouldn't have the SR2 if it hadn't been for the original Normandy.
I'll never forget the time we spent on that ship. It meant a lot.
It meant a lot to me, too.
Yeah. So guys, how about that whole clone thing? That was weird, right?
Yeah. That was weird, right? Oh my god, Tom.
You know what I'm talking about?
Stop being adorable. Stop. Like, Jesus.
The first Normandy brought us all together. I don't know where I'd be without it.
You would probably still be stuck inside that protean energy ball.
What?
When Shepard first met Liara, she was trapped inside it. What was it again?
It was a Prothean security device. I hit something I wasn't supposed to.
I'll act it out. Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help. I'm in a bubble.
Oh dear lord.
That's funny.
No, it isn't.
Calm down, babe. It's Tali just being funny. And she also may be a little tipsy.
I hear you. 5 by 5.
But she was having drinks before, so.
I guess the original Normandy is a classic.
Wish I could have seen it in action.
I think you would have liked it, James. It did come with its own Mako.
Nice.
Yeah, especially since James really likes the Mako. Nothing else?
Hello again.
Okay, nothing else. No more lines for you. Okay, so there's nobody here. How about over here?
How about that? On the arm there? Got that taking some knives off a gang of drunk Batarians.
Oh,
they figured they could
scars.
stop me from collecting the bounty on their boss. Idiots. So, this one's from 2 Krogan that had a problem with me running Arlac Company. They learned to live with it. Turns out only one of them had to. You're all right, Grunt. Shepard?
Okay, so nothing left for you. Oh.
Protheans can read the smallest details of our environment. Tattooed human, I would like to touch you.
I'm not nearly drunk enough for that.
You then, shuttle pilot. How about you?
Why's Javik getting all touchy-feely?
Hey, collector-looking asshole. Maybe go touch yourself.
That does not happen until the end of the party.
Oh, Lord.
Commander!
Javik?
Apologies. I have been drinking the provided drinks.
Sure. You might want to tap the brakes a little. Everyone having a good time?
Will there be food available soon?
You're hungry, Edie?
No. However, my research suggests that serving intoxicants without nourishment is considered unwise.
I can eat.
In my cycle, we had food. Many of varieties.
You feeling okay?
I am Prothean. I never feel okay. Though this drink is changing that.
Know what I could go for? Fish and chips. Greasy, salty, crispy, flaky, melt in your mouth.
Yes, that. Let's get that.
Shall I arrange some fish and chips, Shepard?
Steve, is that your favorite?
Actually, I'm a dessert guy. My aunt used to make this chocolate lava bomb cake.
When I first escaped from Cerberus, I found these chocolate chip cookies at a store. Worked through the whole damn thing.
Nothing in this cycle compares to the food of my people.
Maybe you should get cooking then, Javik.
Most of our ingredients are extinct. Except Krogan. Sorry, Dury, Larry, and Corey. Is there any we could spare?
I hope you don't feel left out, Edie.
Do not worry. I've been employing a socialization protocol feature that came with this unit. It is called Smile and Nod.
Okay. I'll see about arranging more food then.
You know, forget food. This bar is impressive. Let's crack open this bad boy and see what we can come up with.
Beverages. More would be preferable. No.
Let's get the food. You guys are
I'll check for more snacks when I get a chance.
Thanks. When you get around to it. No rush. Nice party. And relax a bit yourself, okay?
We'll see. So, talking about food at a party, like, for fun. Bored. Is there a place I can go light something on fire? Fireplace is right there. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Hey, Shepard.
Shepard.
Hey, no touching, asshole.
I mean no harm, tattooed human. I have read you.
You don't need to read me. Just ask and I'll tell you exactly what I think.
Yes, this is what I have read.
He's like, yeah, that's exactly what I read. Yeah, Jack will tell you how it is. So
Is everyone all right? Can I get anyone anything?
Steve, I will prepare everything. Do not worry.
Steve, get me a double. Make yours a double too. Let's kick this shit up.
Commander?
okay, so we got nothing left to say. Okay. And then we got the group up here.
Of course.
Actually, we got more than one group up here. Okay. We got these.
This place is a goddamn joke.
Sightlines aren't bad.
One point in its favor, and I'm supposed to be impressed. And what the hell is this supposed to be?
I think it's art.
Oh. Art, eh? Okay, I see now. Sure. Art. I like it.
What are you guys doing over here?
Looking at this poor excuse of an apartment, that's what.
What's wrong with it?
What would you do if another one of your clones broke in here, eh? Offer them a cup of tea?
There are too many windows, and they're too big. Makes it easy for someone to track your movement. But it's got potential. Be easy to set up a defensible position over there.
I'd extend the wall out. Prevent someone sticking you in the back.
Good idea. Wish I could have done that back in the day on Omega.
Why don't you two relax and enjoy the party? The apartment's fine.
Fine. Suppose tomorrow it's Liara's clone that comes after you.
What?
Or Joker's.
Yeah, him. Twitchy little guy. Might already be a clone. An evil one at that.
All right, have fun.
Shepard, you moved the Normandy's main battery into here, and I think I'm home.
So you could calibrate it more.
What about over there?
It would work if there wasn't a point of entry right there.
So, we barricade it off. Maybe install a tripwire.
You're a genius for carrying, I swear it.
Like how they're just spouting out defensive tactics.
Shepard?
Your point is valid.
So, Edie said you found her voice attractive. Well, actually, she said the word you used was like, or something.
That was when I thought she was a VI. Anyway, you'd just better treat her right, Moreau.
Oh, somebody jealous? I think you had a better shot when she looked like a holographic chess piece, trainer.
I wouldn't have said chess piece precisely. But listen, the point is, you hate AIs. You had to overcome all your hang-ups, whereas I was totally fine with AIs to begin with.
Other fish in the sea, trainer.
Not with that voice. It's like feeling smoky satin slide across your skin in soft candlelight. Just...
Her and her.
Wait, are you two arguing over Edie?
No.
Probably not.
Okay, you know she smashed my head against the side of a shuttle?
I know! Twice! I heard it from Liara.
That was like forever ago. Plus, it wasn't Edie back then.
It's really unfair of you to even bring it up.
Yeah, what the hell was I thinking? Probably just brain damage making me touchy.
Apology accepted.
You know, it's not healthy to just bottle these things up.
The hell is up? Still creepy, Kasumi.
Well, I'm glad you two were drunk enough to finally deal with this.
Oh, we weren't planning to deal with it.
We're just happy giving each other shit.
We can call Edie over and you can discuss your feelings like mature adults.
What?
No.
That would be weird.
Just no.
You don't think she knows? You guys, she's the Normandy AI. She sees every extranet site you browse.
Note to self, delete browser history.
I can show you how to set up an automated task for that.
Not drinking. Is this because of your bum thing?
Yeah, I'm afraid I might get tanked and then pull a gun on Shepard to protect Udina. Wait, hang on, you did that sober.
Okay, that one's a little fucked up on that one.
You guys are great. When I'm on a mission, there's nobody I'd rather have back on the ship.
And there's nobody we'd rather have down on the front lines getting shot at than you, Ash.
Dodging grenades, getting your face all smashed up by robots.
You guys are dicks.
So we're never talking about this again, right?
Absolutely not.
Right. Wait, absolutely not you're agreeing with me, or absolutely not we are talking about this again?
Shut up, Moreau.
Hey, Shepard.
Oh, okay, so that's it for that one.
Hello, Shepard.
Commander!
The party appears to be a success, Commander. Do you require anything further?
Sure. Edie mentioned she may want to cook something. Why don't you join her?
Of course. I am sure we will be capable of approximating an organic palate between the two of us.
Sounds about right. Everybody.
This is unexpected.
Everybody's not over here. Oh. Oh, there's people at the table.
Microfilament's the answer.
You think?
Thinner the better. Tough to spot.
Yeah, a 5x5 grid across the glass should do the trick.
We'll do more than that.
All right, Garrus. I gotta know. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Just, admiring the polish on this glass.
Good. Don't tell her. She won't understand.
Try me.
Oh, it's just, well, one man's decorative glass wall fixture is another man's explosive glass wall fixture.
Oh, now you're in for it.
explosive?
Microfilaments, Shepard. Tiny strips of explosives laid across the glass in a grid. It's your first line of defense. When an intruder enters, hit the switch and boom! They're shredded to pieces.
Weaponized wall fixtures, Shepard. Wave of the future in home defense.
Uh-huh.
Trust me, if I had this back on Omega in my Archangel days, there'd be even more dead mercs.
If you say so. Just try not to scratch the finish.
Now we just have to wait for another one of them clones to stumble in.
Of course, when this glass goes, the plants probably won't survive.
Plants are overrated. You can always get oxygen from a tank.
So, what do we do now, Zaid?
I'm telling you, the kitchen's a gold mine of possibilities. Another clone drops by, might fancy a bite to eat.
Rig the refrigerator.
Why stop there? Who says a kitchen faucet's just for water? Cyanide's a liquid too, you know.
Sounds like really bad ideas, by the way.
How's it going?
Tally, you okay?
Yeah? You want to see my tattoo?
I don't think you have a tattoo, Tally.
It's a hologram. Omni tattoo. Omni tat. Omni 2. Under the suit. You know, for me. You want to know what it is? You wanna know? It's a pretty bird made of rainbows.
Oh dear lord.
It is flying out of the eye hole of a skull, being held in the mouth of a thresher maw with a naked woman holding a sword on its back. Because I'm hardcore, like Ezo. Jack suggested it.
Remind me to talk to Jack in the morning. Where'd you get the Omni tattoo, anyway?
Down in the lower wards, near the bottom.
I meant where on your body.
So did I.
Oh lord.
Yeah, I heard that one from Liara.
Get some rest, Tally. You're sure you okay, Tally?
Fine. Suit doesn't let me get overly drunk. Just have it all flushed out in a minute. Omni 2. It just smells like sweat. Why would you even ask that? Don't do that in my helmet. It just gunks up the filters. No, that gets broken down with Mass Effect fields. Those are just my hips. Go for the optics, Chatika. Oh, Mr. Vakarian. I could use some help with my suit seals.
Interesting.
Sure, trainer. I'll have another.
Jeez. Talk about getting wasted.
I had no idea you
Worth it. Awesome sauce.
Oh, she really said awesome sauce.
Spinning. So many efforts.
The recipe calls for more curry.
Are you sure? That seems like a lot.
The recipe is very specific. I have measured the proper volume to the nearest milligram.
Is it done now?
I'm not disagreeing, Edie. I'm just saying that that's a lot of curry.
If we do not follow the recipe, we risk creating something that tastes offensive.
But recipes adapt over time as tastes change or as foods are carried to new cultures. Also, I'm allergic to curry.
Are you gonna be done soon, or do I need to go eat a keeper?
Baby Grunt is hungry.
Everybody okay?
The entertainment efficiency of the party was falling due to inadequate food supplies.
Ouch.
Do not be concerned. I am compensating.
I just wanted her to heat something up. Now she's cooking.
With a vengeance.
Edie, I appreciate the help, but parties aren't about efficiency.
A party is a collective event among like-minded individuals. It requires teamwork and an understanding of group dynamics. You did not pass through the Omega-4 relay to assault the collector base without preparation. Why should this be any different?
Because it's a party, Edie. Nobody's gonna die if we do it wrong.
I'm really hungry, Shepard.
But if you were to ask a team member to select the music and you chose Jeff, the results would be disastrous.
I would never choose Jeff for the music.
No, I should do music.
I can help facilitate a positive environment.
I'll hold the line at the snack table.
Agreed. You see, Shepard? A party is a social construct that can be designed for maximum efficiency.
Well, good luck with that. Bring him back alive, Edie.
You keep it pretty quiet, Shepard. Nobody's punched me yet. Not that I'd recommend it. Good to see the old gang again. Liara's looking good. I mean, you know. I haven't fallen down yet. Time to step this up.
Would you care for a memento of this evening, Commander? My surveillance systems include state-of-the-art cameras. Please gather everyone by the living room couch if you are ready.
Okay, we'll do that later.
Wait.
You're bluffing.
Don't be so sure. I got a pretty good poker face.
I can tell when someone is hiding something from me.
Right. Anyway, now we put our cards on the table.
It is foolish to reveal secrets to the enemy.
It's part of the game, and we're not enemies. Hey, you want me to deal you in on the next one? I bet you'd be good at this.
No.
See, that right there. Perfect poker face.
What are you talking about?
You're still doing it.
You're kind of phasing through the chair, by the way, Javin.
Commander, can you believe Doc's never played poker?
How are the lessons going?
The Asari still refuses to take risks. Victory does not come without cost.
You're not even playing.
Doc's not much of a gambler.
Be glad we are not participating in one of the games from my cycle. You would all lose horribly.
Aw, be nice to Liara. You're going to have your hands full with me anyway.
Adios. How long have you been there?
Well, my willingness to gamble aside, this has been a wonderful evening, Shepard.
Glad you guys are having fun.
It's nice to see people relax and let their guards down. I'll try not to take advantage.
Time spent being idle. Do you fear the crew will grow soft, Commander?
I think everyone could use the break.
This from the Asari who buries herself in studying Protheans day and night.
Good to know bickering like an old married couple has not changed since your cycle.
Enjoy your game, guys. And I'd keep an eye on Liara if I were you.
Give me a few more rounds and you might not have anything left to wager.
Now this game is getting more interesting.
Wow, these are actually good. Nicely done, Edie.
Will your curry allergy prove problematic, Specialist Trainer?
I'll be a little sick later. It happens.
You should have substituted coriander and cumin. What? What are you looking at?
Did you enjoy the taste of the appetizers, Grunt?
Maybe. I just shoved a whole plateful into my mouth.
He's like, what? I was hungry.
So, what games did you play in your cycle?
Good question. You don't exactly strike me as Mr. Playful.
There was one game. It has no name in your language. 3 teams met in the arena. Their strength, agility, loyalty, all were tested. The winners were honored, while those that lost...
You didn't, sacrifice the losers, did you?
Your cycle allows them to live?
Well...
I will never tire of tricking the primitives. That is a game I enjoy playing.
Okay. Alright, Gavin.
Hello, Shepard.
Okay. Say, what about y'all?
You're cleaning me out, Doc.
Weren't you the one who wanted me to bet more?
You're quite determined when you want something, aren't you? You know, Liara, if you're ever looking for a new line of work, I bet we could have all sorts of fun.
What about me?
I usually work with people who are a bit more, subtle.
Hey, I can be subtle.
Are you whistling?
Hello, Commander.
Commander.
Went upstairs.
Backwards and upside down.
Oh, yep.
I'll give that. You're a great pilot.
The best, but go on.
All I'm saying is that when it comes to shuttles, I got you beat. I think you said so yourself.
Ooh, shuttles. Only slightly less cool than dropping from the Normandy into Mako. And I bet you couldn't handle the Normandy.
Didn't you get the first one blown up?
Hey, that wasn't his fault.
So the first Normandy kind of evaporated.
I liked that one.
There were some tough fights back then.
Those were battles to remember. A maniac running loose. Geth putting people on spikes.
Yeah, don't remind me. Never thought I'd be part of the crew that defeated a deranged plant monster.
What was that rogue Spectre Saren like?
Oh, totally crazy. Walked around like a marauder, glowing eyes and everything. And yet the council still didn't believe Shepard. Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I saved the Normandy single-handed?
Yeah, right.
That's true.
For sure. I was there. I'll vouch for him.
Collectors boarded the Normandy. I only had a minute to come up with something to take them down.
So you unshackled an AI. Always a good plan.
I don't hear anyone complaining about Edie now.
Yes, we're all glad she didn't turn out to be an evil robot.
Weren't you complaining earlier about how she smashed her face in?
We're losing focus. Edie wasn't a robot back then. And when the collectors took over, she was still shackled. So it was me, saving the Normandy by myself. Single-handed.
Yes, you did.
Good man.
Dang, got up from that seat really
This
good.
is completely what I needed. Just hanging out. No crazy stuff. Just thinking about the people who can't be here. Everything's been great, Shepard. Everything's been great, Shepard.
Wonderful party, Shepard. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Glad you came.
Strange to see everyone in one place. Perfect, really. Hey, Shepard.
Nobody's secretly in any of my rooms.
I heard.
Things were tense back on Vermeer.
You got tense on Vermeer.
Good thing Shepard talked me down. Can't see you pulling that off.
I would have done what I had to do.
Uh-huh. Would you have killed me?
If you left me no choice? Yes.
I respect that.
And I thought our crew had issues.
And she is not lying either.
I've got a blue wire here, a red one, a yellow one, and one that looks like vomit. Describe the vomit one.
Purplish, like after too many shots of wrinkle.
Yeah, that's the one you want. Mix it with the blue one, and you're good.
Won't be saying the same for the fool who stumbles into this.
What are you up to now, Zaid?
Next time another clone of yours tries stealing your life, we'll have a nice little surprise rigged for them. Isn't that right, Garrison?
Spare no expense.
So, in walks your clone, takes a look around, sees this great hot tub and says to themselves, hey, I fancy a dip.
Big mistake.
Huge. The minute they put so much as a toe in the water, a timer starts counting down.
To what?
Armageddon. 30 seconds later, this baby heats right up.
And then what?
You ever swim a few laps on the surface of the sun? No. Well, your clone will be. That'll teach him.
But what if I want to use the hot tub?
Covered that. It's key to your DNA.
But a clone would have the same DNA as me.
Goddamned clone. So, Garrus, scratch the hot tub. I've got a few ideas about that coffee maker downstairs, though.
He's like, fuck, I didn't plan for that.
I'm surprised you came tonight.
Why is that?
I thought Justicars had to be out fighting evil 24/7.
That's true. And so how do you know that I am not, Jeff?
Fighting evil right now? Because we're all friends and... Wait, she's messing with me, right?
It sure is good to see everyone again.
So do you think a clone's DNA is completely identical or just mostly identical?
Let it go, Zaid.
Yeah, just killing time. Trying to remember if the blue wire goes with the red or the yellow one.
Now he's trying to take it out.
Hey, Shepard.
Way I figure it, a coffee maker is really just a miniature bomb, and the one that Shepard's got downstairs has a timer, so...
We cross a couple wires.
And any clone that's looking for a pick-me-up will be picking pieces of themselves up off the floor.
Caffeine rush. I like it.
Jesus Christ.
Shepard?
Shepard?
Hey, Shepard.
Hey, Shepard.
So many effort.
Shepard.
No, Shepard.
Would you care for a memento of this evening, Commander? My surveillance systems include state-of-the-art cameras. Please gather everyone.
Shepard.
Hey, everyone! Come over here for a minute. Let's get a photo to remember this. Arrange yourselves on the sofa.
An excellent suggestion, Shepard.
Great idea. I want a copy.
Make way! Make way!
Thanks for coming, everyone. Here's to us. Ready, Glyph?
Of course. If you could all please direct your attention this way.
Okay, everyone say Normandy.
Normandy!
Wow, that's a lot of drinks on that floor.
Hey, wow. Look who's here. How do you feel? That good, huh?
wish we could spend every morning like this.
Come on, let's see if anyone else is up.
Investigate the aftermath. Oh. Oh, look who's on the floor. Wait, why are you in the same... Why are you in my room? Ew. Hopefully he wasn't spying on anything that was being done on that bed. That'd be creepy.
I wonder if you would let me stay here, Commander. It reminds me of my stasis pod. Every morning I could wake and, just for a moment, imagine it was still my cycle and that Liara did not exist.
That's kind of mean. Oh, here's something.
Shepard, hope you're well. New mission on Tuchanka could end things. Made preparations. Asked friends in STG to leave this with you next time you were off duty. Some of my older work. Performances, stories, merely entertainment. But entertainment useful at times. Good luck. In prophase you see chromatins condensed to chromosomes. In metaphase their centromeres align to make new homes. In anaphase they separate, then telophase arrives, and when cytokinesis comes, two cells lead separate lives. Hello, Perry the Pajak. Happy to be here. Science fun today, very respected. Education of youth vital for future. Now, children, science key to advancement, but can seem esoteric, indirect. Practical demonstration helps. Release the Varan. Native to Tuchanka. Dangerous predator, but can be incapacitated with common household chemicals. Observe. Wait, please move Perry the Pajak away from Varan. Puppets similar to prey could trigger attack instinct. Ah. Problematic. Suggest going limp. Struggling counterproductive. Sedative should stop it. Or not. Ah. Not attacking. Mating instinct, of course. See, children? Key to science is testing hypotheses, making observations. Next hypothesis? Attempt neural shock. Ah, neural shock clearly effective. Perry the Pajak also clearly made of flammable material. Any questions? Glycine, valine, leucine, isoleucine, alanine. They all are aliphatic, so you will not see a ring. The lone human amino acid with one is proline. From protein we are formed. With two hydroxyl groups you'll find serine and threonine. For sulfur look to cysteine or to methionine. For bases you have arginine, lysine, and histidine. From protein we are formed. Now the aromatics! Tryptophan and tyrosine and phenylalanine. Aspartic and glutamic are both acids as we've seen. For amide C, asparagine, and also glutamine. From protein we are formed. Omega. Sky was color VidCam tuned to a dead Vorcha. Business so bad that if Volus would have sold my suit. Then trouble Doppler shifted deep Asari blue as it came through my door. Likely Elcor father. High gravity adapted in all right places. Asari said Krogan thug after her business. If could get rid of him, said she'd be grateful for all eternity. Found Krogan in slums. First shot hit primary heart, but Krogan have redundant nervous system. Felt redundant, nervous myself. Krogan got me in stranglehold. Used incineration attack. Got lucky. Said this was an easy job, he gasped. Guess we'd both been burned. Asari very grateful. Could read her like
Oh,
and
okay,
Kilo
so
phase
it's
arrives,
just gonna
and when
repeat itself.
cytokinesis comes, two cells lead separate.
Okay.
Morning, Shepard. So, on the off chance you accidentally trigger an alarm you didn't know you had and you hear a timer start counting down, then remember the code 6492. Punch it into the keypad, preferably before the timer goes off. If you don't, well, blame Zaid and run like hell. Did we, break anything last night? I don't suppose you need anything around here calibrated. Yeah, okay. Maybe I should just stop saying that word, but only if Liara stops saying, by the goddess. Good thing this place has extra bathrooms. Miranda takes forever to do her hair. You'd think with her genes, she wouldn't need to.
Good morning. Sleep well?
You would know you were with me.
Glyph, did you save a copy of that picture for me?
Of course, Dr. Tassoni.
Shepard. Shepard.
Oh, Samara meditating down here.
Shepard, good morning. I want to thank you for inviting me here. It was good to see everyone again. I hope you enjoyed your evening as well.
Oh, hey, Tali. Okay?
I am going to die. I didn't know you could go through that many toxin filters in one night.
It's okay.
Do I have a tattoo? I remember something about a tattoo. Don't get me wrong. Great party, but... yeah. I'll just be here. Right here. Forever.
Definitely a rough night for you. Also, a little tidbit for Morden's data pad that comes up in the morning after the party, because you don't have this during the party. It comes after. Since Morden is dead for us, these are the messages that you get on the data pad. If he went into hiding, he leaves you different messages, like kind of updating you on what he's doing and whatnot while in hiding. So that's kind of what happens there. Obviously, there's a lot of different variations during this party, depending on if you're male or female Shepard and who you're in a relationship with, pretty much. So.
Morning, Shep. You went all out with the breakfast supplies. I didn't know you could get real milk on the Citadel. I had some. Thought it was soy. I'm not really lactose intolerant. I just don't put up with lactose's stupid drama. In case I don't see you again, thanks. That was a lot of fun. I should go. Stupid dairy products. Hey. Hey.
Hey, Commander. Hell of a night. So I've managed not to throw up. Feeling pretty good about that. Oh, if everyone could just not talk so loudly, that would be great. Or close the cupboards too loud. Or walk too loud. You know, just think quiet thoughts. Ugh. Still fun, though. Commander.
Okay, this glitched out.
Morning, Shepard. Looks like no humans were harmed in the making of this party. Not looking forward to checking my email. Gotta be 1,000 in there, waiting to ambush me.
Oh, Trainer's over here.
So, last night, I didn't do anything, did I?
Like what?
I'm checking extranet sites. No hits yet, so maybe I just imagined that last part. I'm almost sure someone was recording us, though. Oh, I should probably talk to Edie. Or, alternatively, I should never talk to Edie ever again. It's not my fault. I was overserved.
You mean like your head that just like went all the way
Hey.
around again? Jesus.
Hey.
Okay, who wants eggs? Liara, eggs. Trainer. Esteban, eggs. Joker, where is that guy? Ash, come on, I promised you eggs. Rex, buddy, eggs. Tally? Ah, she'll definitely want eggs. Javik, man, you gotta try my eggs. Anyone else? Miranda. Shepard, eggs. Shepard.
Morning. I'm drinking all the coffee today. All of it. This is nice. Man, I'm gonna miss everyone. Hey. Hey.
Morning, Shepard. Had a lovely time last night. I see everyone survived the festivities, more or less. Good tea.
When's the food gonna be ready? I don't remember much after I ate the lamp. Shepard. Shepard.
I don't remember much after I ate the lamp. Oh, there's these two.
Shepard. I was just going to lift some weights. Want to join? I feel fantastic. How about everyone else? 1,085. 1,086. 1,087.
Yeah, sure, that's how many you did.
Shepard. Shepard.
Hey, I was just doing... Your hands aren't even connected to the bar, by the way. You're just floating there.
Hey, you look like shit. You know the best part of an overcharged biotic amp? No hangovers. Even normal biotics get hangovers, but I can drink until I puke and still wake up just peachy. That was fun. You guys even kept up with me there for a while. Hey. Hey.
Morning, Shepard. Hope you slept well. Oh, I would have thought all those tequila shots with James would have prepared me for last night. What a night. Wish it never ended. Thanks, Shepard. Thanks, Shepard.
Shepard, good to see you up. Hope I didn't wake anyone up with my snoring. I go like a buzzsaw since I got my nose broke. By the way, you're almost out of bacon. Our bacon, anyway. There's still some of that dextrose shit in the freezer. I saved you 3 strips. Figured it was fair payback for all the times you saved mine, right? Shepard? Shepard?
Some neighbors came by last night to complain about the noise. I put their bodies in the building incinerator. That was a joke. I have nothing else to report. I recommend breakfast.
Glitched. I don't know what happened there. Because it's supposed to be the group photo that we took is supposed to be up there at the end of the party. Kind of weird. Okay, good. Should be able to leave now. Right? Nothing. Yep, nothing. Alright. As you can see throughout that party, there's so many different variables and stuff that you could do with all those different combinations and stuff. There's even there's a couple of interactions actually that that during this go around didn't pop up that I remember doing. There was one with that you could get with Grunt at the door, at the front of the door of the apartment, and you go to him and you're like, what's going on? And he's like, yo, there are people outside that are ringing the doorbell trying to get into the party. And Grunt's like, no. It's like, you can't get in. For the last time, you can't get in. Like almost like he's like a bouncer or something. It's hilarious. What was it? There was another one with what other one am I remembering? Oh yeah, there's one with Miranda and Jack at the bar. At the bar in the living room next to the casino table. Where they're kind of talking to each other and like they're kind of insulting each other, and then you go up to them and you're like, are you two alright? And they're like, yeah, we're cool, we're just talking shit to each other, and they kind of like give each other compliments, like kind of showing that they kind of grew to respect each other a little bit, which is pretty cool. So fun little stuff like that. Pretty cool. But yeah, there are so many different other variables for that party. You could probably go through that party several different ways, inviting several different people. Because as I said, there's so many different variables with them, depending on who you invite and who you don't invite. And stuff that it's crazy. You could probably sit there and spend hours just replaying that party over and over again with different like combinations and stuff. That it's nuts. It's insane. Especially for a section that's just pretty much like just interacting and talking with the different characters and stuff, and all it is just, you know, just listening to everyone, just sitting down, listening to people, talking to people, and it's like BioWare included so many different variations just within that it's crazy. Especially since that Citadel DLC was the last piece of DLC that came out especially single player DLC. Like the last single player DLC that came out for the original 3 Mass Effect games, the original trilogy, that it's a good thing that BioWare immediately, like, they knew full well that the players built connections and emotional connections to the characters through the previous 2 games and throughout the 3rd game by this point, that they were like, you know what? A majority of half of the DLC that we're gonna make is literally just you spending time with the characters. With all the characters. Which I think goes to show how much respect and care that they had for the players, that they included so many different combinations of interactions and stuff with everybody. So great stuff. Let me see if this fixes the picture. I think everyone's gonna be gone, but maybe that reset the picture so that way the picture actually works the way it's supposed to. Yep. Okay, everyone's gone. There you go, it did reset the picture. Thank you. But yeah. So this picture here, it's great. Plus, if you notice, the picture, if you pushed for the relationship of Joker and Edie to go full in on it. That's why they're both looking at each other in the picture. They were supposed to do it during the cutscene, but they didn't. You were supposed to see them turn their heads during right when the picture's getting taken, but for whatever reason, Joker was the only one that turned his head. I don't know what happened to Edie, but the picture itself shows what was supposed to happen. And then obviously me and Liara are looking at each other because that's the love interest. So if you have a love interest, whoever your love interest is, whether you're male or female Shepard or whatnot, whoever that is always going to be sitting right next to you, and you both will look at each other. So it doesn't matter who it is. So whoever it is will be in that spot, right next to you. So even this picture, depending on who's with who and who's in a relationship with who, even this picture has several variations that you could get, which is pretty cool. Plus, this is a nice memento of, you know, all the characters that you teamed up with, your squad mates, all the relationships and stuff that you that you had along the way. Really, really cool. I wish that, because they mentioned Dr. Chakwa is explaining her away, that she had a medical, like, emergency thing that she had to go do to explain why she wasn't here. So I really wish Dr. Chakwas was able to be here. Also the engineers. I wish the engineers were here. Like the Donnelly and it's Donnelly, right? Donnelly and Daniels. The two Cerberus engineers that we pardoned from that was with us in Mass Effect 2 and that we kept alive and then pardoned so that way they're with us in throughout Mass Effect 3 here. I wish they were here. Oh, and Engineer Engineer Adams. The head engineer from Mass Effect 1 that came back for this in Mass Effect 3. I wish they were here too. Cause those are like 4 main, like, well, not main, but regular supporting characters from this game and the previous 2 games that are kind of missing for this. But yeah, I really wish they those 4 were actually here too. This is as close to perfect as they can get, but I guess maybe like scheduling conflicts and stuff, and they couldn't get those 4 voice actors to come back for this. It's kind of surprising they were able to get as many to come back for this as they did. Because this is just crazy that they were able to get all of these people back to come back and do the voices and stuff for this, all the variations and stuff for this DLC. Because this came out, I forget how long after Mass Effect 3 came out, but this came out like a while after. So the fact that they were able to bring all of these people back as much as they did is really crazy. But you know, but it's still worth what they were able to do though. It's still worth it. But you know, nothing's perfect. But hey, they got as close as they could get, given the limitations and the circumstances. Alright, so let's close out this DLC so that way we can get back on the Normandy. Excuse me. And set ourselves up for the final closing section of the missions for the game. So we could set ourselves up for that.
Duty calls, huh?
There's still a war on.
Unless the Reapers are on shore leave too?
I'm guessing they're not. Round everyone up and have them report to the Normandy.
You got it.
I suppose it's back to the fight.
At least we threw one hell of a party. Probably the last one.
You may be right. But whatever happens, I know you'll see this through. And I'll be right there with you. We've been through a lot, haven't we? But it's been a good ride.
Commander.
And for the final piece of DLC, that was a great let's see, and then we got a little upgrade of a morale boost for the Normandy. And that's pretty much it. Nobody left to talk to.
Commander Shepard.
Commander.
How's the ship holding up, Edie?
The envelope of mass free space.
As I was saying, since the Citadel DLC was the last the last big DLC thing, it's appropriate that Shepard, that one, they bring the mood down to being more serious, because it's like, okay, here was all the fun, now we have to shift back to being serious, because the Citadel DLC is has to take place before the final run of the game with the final mission stretches. So obviously they have to shift the tone back. So having that cutscene of everyone getting ready to go back on the Normandy and being like, okay, we gotta finish the mission. We still have Reapers to fight and a war to win. Is a nice way to bring everything back, and the dialogue with Shepard and Liara, that's different depending on who your love interest is the one that kind of like talks to you in that final conversation there for the DLC. So obviously for us it's Liara, because that's the relationship that we went with. But the fact that the final lines of, it's been a good ride no matter what happens, and then Shepard quietly says the best, is a pretty poetic line, considering it's technically the last line that both Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale records for Shepard, because even though within the context of the DLC it takes place before the end of the game, but in the real world it's a way of also signing off, of them signing off the character of Commander Shepard, because it's the last thing that they recorded for Shepard. So it's pretty poetic in a meta, if you read it in like a meta type of way, in a real world kind of way. So that's pretty crazy on how that works. But yeah, it can get you pretty emotional there, depending on how much of a big connection that you as the player have built with all of these various characters and stuff throughout the games. So, do we get to see the cutscene? Well, the hidden scene down here or no? Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, no, we don't. He's by himself. Okay. Alright, so I'll just go upstairs then. So just leave us at the galaxy map then. Excuse me. Alright, so I'll just leave us at the galaxy map then, since nobody else has anything new to say. We'll just go upstairs. We'll just leave ourselves at the galaxy map. Here we go. Alright. So that's saved. That's good. Alright. Alrighty. So, with that, we'll leave this here and now, because starting the Cerberus headquarters mission is gonna springboard us into the final stretch of the game anyway, because we're gonna need to, which is gonna be a pretty long stretch of gameplay. So we'll save that whole ending sections of the game for the next video, for next time. So with that, we'll leave this here. Hopefully you enjoyed this fun little party thing with all the interactions and stuff with the characters and all the fun stuff they were doing. So yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed it. Hopefully it was fun. And hopefully all the characters and the jokes and everything was entertaining. With that, I will, JR here signing off, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later.